I don't know if you have ever noticed, but there's something off about Tristyn Lee's chest. Because from the back view, he looks like a freaky muscular guy as the sharpness and fullness in his back and flexing triceps complement his overall physique. Even from the front, his build looks as impressive as from the back, but it feels like something is out of proportion. The growth of his arms, his quads, and his upper body is sharper and fuller in size than ever. Everything looks great until you notice the growth of his chest or pectoral muscles. They look undeveloped in comparison to his other muscles. Yes, there is slight growth in the size and he gained some muscle mass in there, but if you look closely, you will notice an unusual gap between his pectoral muscles. So what's going on right there? Is this the same condition we have seen most prominently in Scott Steiner's chest? In Scott Steiner's case, it doesn't look like some minor gap. It's like some strange looking hole right there. It's like a deformity. Similar gaps have been seen in athletes like Terry Crew and Kofi Kingston. However, this pectoral gap has been seen in them after a certain age. If you look at Scott Steiner in his early days, you couldn't see this gap, but as he aged, it started becoming more noticeable. Tristyn Lee is young, so it's too early to say if it's the same thing. In Tristyn's case, he doesn't have that unusual big hole in his chest, and this doesn't look like similar to what Scott Steiner has. In short, it doesn't look like the pectoral deformity, but he does have a significant gap in his pecs and it's clearly visible, which in my opinion looks like a genetic factor. If you look at Tristyn's picture from early bodybuilding days, you will notice that even then he had this gap, but it wasn't as visible. His pectoral muscles are a little more spread than most people are. This is a natural variation that is not extremely unusual. As Tristyn gained size, this gap started becoming more visible, and it came to a point where his pectoral muscles appears completely separated. The muscle separation was always there, but I think being shredded all year round made the separation in his chest more visible. Also, the proportion of his chest doesn't match with other parts. His chest didn't blend well with the rest of his muscles. He himself made a video in which he is trying to fix his chest and make it grow. Honestly, he cannot change the basic structure of his muscle. He can make them grow, but he cannot change them to a point where the gap just disappears. It's how his pectoral muscles are structured. Let's understand it this way. Some people have short head biceps while others have long heads. No matter how hard you try or what workout you do, you can't change that because it's the structure of your muscles. The same goes for Tristyn. His pectoral shape is going to be like that. He can change the size of those muscles and add some thickness to them, but he cannot change their structure. Instead, if he bulks up, his pectoral will become less defined. That can create an illusion of not having that gap. Other than that, there's no permanent solution for this condition right now, except going through surgical procedures. But if he's planning to compete in the near future, then he won't consider it. His transformation from a young tiny teen to a shredded figure has been quick and impressive, but he has to cope with this muscle condition for now. Now we all have to see how well or terrible it can go. What do you think? Would they turn into a Scott Steiner phenomena, or they're going to stay in shape like that? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you next time.